Hello students, this is Lata Narwani, your bio faculty from Mount Litra Z School Jhansi. Children, hope you all are fine. Last turn we had discussed autotrophic nutrition. Today we will be discussing heterotrophic nutrition. What does heterotrophic nutrition mean? Organisms which depend on others for their food are called heterotrophs because they cannot prepare their own food. So now heterotrophic nutrition is of three kinds. First, saprophytic, second, parasitic, and third, holozoic. Saprophytes or saprophytic nutrition. This means saprophytes are the organisms which obtain their food from dead and decaying objects, and they break down the complex food outside the body before consumption. Examples are fungi, bacteria, etc. Means these fungi, they attack dead and decaying objects, and first they decompose that food outside the body only. They secrete some enzymes from the body and digest it, and then they consume it. So these are saprophytes. Second, parasites. Parasites are those organisms which obtain their food from living organisms without killing them. Means they live on host body, any other organism body which is called the host body, and suck the digested food from their body. So examples are like plant parasites. We can take examples amar bale, kaskata, and orchid. These are two examples of plant parasites. These amar bale and orchid plants, they grow on big trees over their stem, and they have special type of roots called suckers which penetrate in their stem and suck their digested food. Next, animal parasites. Animal parasites are of two kinds: external parasites and internal parasites. External parasites are those which live outside their body, suppose like in the hair or over the skin. Examples are lice, leeches, mosquito, etc. Lice lives in the hair and obtains the food from the scalp. Leeches, they grow on the skin of other animals and they suck their food. Mosquitoes, they bite us and they suck our blood. So these are external parasites. Internal parasites are those which enter inside our body through contaminated food or water, like different types of worms, tapeworm, pinworm, etc. They directly reach to the wall of the intestine and they suck their food, our digested food from the intestine. So these are parasites. Third is holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition means those organisms which obtain their food as a whole and digest it inside their body. Means like human beings, cow, lion, etc. So they take their food as a whole, they put it inside the mouth, and inside the body when that food reaches, they have a special system for digesting it. So these are the three kinds of heterotrophic nutrition. Now our next topic is human digestive system. Human digestive system is very complicated and it consists of two parts. First part is a long tube-like structure which is called alimentary canal or gut. This alimentary canal or gut starts from the mouth and ends in the anus. These are both openings: mouth through which we enter the food inside our body, and anus through which the excretory waste is thrown out of the body. So this is a highly coiled long tube starting from mouth up till the anus and is called alimentary canal. Second part of human digestive system consists of accessory glands. Now here is a diagram of alimentary canal of humans and various parts are labeled here. First is mouth. Inside the mouth there is buccal cavity, and inside the mouth there are salivary glands. These are the accessory glands which help in digestion. From the mouth a long tube-like structure arises which is called esophagus, and esophagus opens in the stomach, J-shaped organ or bag-like organ which is called stomach. Over the stomach there is an accessory gland known as liver. Inside the liver there is gallbladder in which the bile juice is stored. Now from the stomach a coiled structure arises which is small intestine, and at the junction of stomach and small intestine there is a special leaf-like organ known as pancreas. This pancreas is also an accessory gland which helps in digestion. Now small intestine is highly coiled structure, 7 to 8 meters length, and which opens into large intestine which is shown here with pink color. The large intestine opens into small opening known as anus through which excretory waste are thrown out. So this is the whole structure of alimentary canal of humans. So as we have studied just now, the alimentary canal or gut consists of mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and the accessory glands are salivary glands which are 3 pairs, liver and pancreas. So now one by one we'll study these organs. So our first organ is mouth. Mouth, it is the anterior most part of the alimentary canal, or it is a small opening through which we put the food inside our body. It is bounded by 2 lips, upper lip and lower lip. Mouth opens inside into a cavity known as buccal cavity. Buccal cavity has 2 jaws inside, upper jaw and lower jaw. The upper jaw is immovable whereas the lower jaw is movable. Inside these jaws teeth are fixed. Now inside the mouth what are the associated structures? Associated structures inside the mouth are tongue, teeth and salivary glands. 3 structures are present. Now first we'll study about teeth. Teeth. How many teeth we have? We have 32 teeth. Permanent teeth are 32 in number. So we have 4 different types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Incisors are biting teeth which are present in the front part of our mouth. Canines, they help in cutting and they are highly developed in carnivorous animals because they are used for flesh cutting and tearing. Dogs or lions, they generally have sharp canines. Then we have premolars and molars, which are broad teeth present behind, and they are meant for chewing the food. So these are the 4 types of teeth present in our mouth. Our dental formula is 2 1 2 3 over 2 1 2 3. What does this mean? This means that 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 3 molars. Total 8 teeth are present in the upper half. Similarly 2 1 2 3, 8 teeth are present in the lower jaw, and 8 into 2 16, again 8 into 2 in the lower jaw 16, 16 plus 16 total 32 teeth. Now between the teeth there is a muscular organ, muscular and soft organ, which is called tongue. Tongue, it is fixed at the posterior end and it is free at the anterior end. So what is the function of tongue? First of all, it gives us the taste of the food. It has taste buds over the surface. 4 types of taste buds it has: sweet, bitter, sour and salty. You must have read in the lower classes. So they give us different kinds of taste. Then the tongue also helps in mixing the food with saliva and swallowing it. It mixes the food with saliva and helps in forming in the form of paste and swallowing it. Next, after the teeth and tongue, there are salivary glands inside the mouth or buccal cavity. There are 3 pairs of salivary glands inside our mouth. They secrete saliva. Now, what is the function of saliva? There are many functions of saliva. First, it moistens the mouth cavity, makes the mouth cavity slippery so that it can mix with the food particles. Second, it cleans the mouth by killing the germs present inside it. Third, it secretes salivary amylase or ptyalin enzyme, which acts on proteins, complex proteins, and changes into simpler proteins. So children, this is all for today. Revise it.